Hey, Lady A, what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up? I missed you last week, honey bunny.
Yeah, I miss you too. I was telling everybody, all the followers, that hey, keep you in prayer. I know you was doing your thing. Take care of your thing. So I was telling all the followers, hey, keep her in prayer. She's gonna be back next week. And it was kind of nerve wracking doing it by myself. Didn't have nobody, but it
I
was pretty good.
know, I know. But when people close to your heart going through some stuff,
hmm
sometimes you just kind of
Right,
let go of some things and make sure people are good, especially when it's kind of serious stuff going on. Like
right,
single moms tend to stick together. So when it's
right.
a single mom calling you and she's freaking out about different things, you step up your game and you do what you got to do. And
Yeah, you always been that kind of person, caring person. So hey, whatever you did last week, I know it was in a good heart of doing your job, doing your duty, what God put you on this earth for. So hey, welcome back. My girl is back this week. Hey, lady, we got an interesting subject. Actually, this came from one of our followers. Give her a shout out. Yeah.
Veronica, what's up, baby?
What's up, Veronica? I hope you're on. Yeah, she's starting to come on. They starting to come on. So yeah, she private what you can PM me. She said, "Hey, I got an idea, a subject here that we need to do
No,
because."
she didn't. She did not. She posted that stuff and
Oh,
she
okay, yeah,
tagged
that's
us
right.
and
I knew it was
said, I
something.
think we need to have this conversation.
She posted where everybody can see it. Okay, that's what it was. So I say, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And so here we are. Here we are. We are doing the show. So tonight's subject is you want to say it, or you want me to say it?
Go ahead. You
Why
hype.
family members need to be considerate of other family members during the COVID-19. Mask up, mask up, mask up. You know what, lady, I got 3 points I want to hit on tonight, and all three of those points hopefully will get people to thinking, that, it's important to take this thing serious because it's not over with. I know there's a lot of the theories out there about this, but hey, it's still alive. This thing is still alive, and it's taking lives every day. So one of the things I want to cover is germs, how they spread, and another thing is going avoiding crowds. And my last is going to be there's new study now that multiple variants are surfacing now. So I'll get in a little detail about what that means. But yeah, and how important it is, even though we're not out in public, we're around our family, we feel so comfortable around our family members. We need to be taking that same consideration around our family members, what we do out in public. So, that's going to be three of the things we talk about later. So, you ready? You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, man, first off, lady, I was doing my research and I had a real good friend of mine sent me a lot
Oh,
of.
no, wait. I got to stop you real quick because
Okay.
you forgot.
All right.
Everyone, if you're tuning in, please remember like, share, and subscribe, please.
It's at the bottom of the screen too. Please, please share this. Please share this. All right. Thank you, Lady A. She keeps me on track, y'all. So
You're
thank
welcome.
so let's talk about the first topic. I mean, the first point of bullet point is germs. Germs, man. I tell you what, they live wherever they can live. It doesn't matter. They live on doorknobs. They live on floor surfaces, counter surfaces, bathrooms. I mean, everywhere we go that we take for granted. I guess we take for granted that germs does not live, but one of the things that germs live is on your cell phone. So when you put all those factors into place, right, as far as where germs live, and you're around your family members, and you went out in public and you touched all those things and went into all those things, you bring that back into your household. So I don't care. I mean, I do care, But at the same time, you got to be thinking about, we got to be extra cautious when it comes to this COVID-19 now because of all these germs everywhere. I mean, though we can live, our body is, is built to fight off germs. The mechanism that we have in our bodies fights off germs. So we have some germs within us, but being with this COVID-19, we got to be a little extra careful, man. We got to think about what we're doing. We got to stay in the focus of, I have germs. I walked into germs. Let me wash my
Mm-hmm.
hands. Blah blah blah. So we got to be extra considerate, especially when I'm around our family members. We have to be considerate because I have to go into the office every day, and I know that I work for a cleaning business. I'm a payroll manager. I work for a cleaning business, but even though we have a cleaning guy that cleans and disinfects all day long, he's not gonna get everything. So I have to think about that kind of stuff. Okay, when I go home, I gotta make sure I gotta sanitize right by my door. So first thing you do when you come to my place, slap on that sanitizer. Don't touch nothing. Slap on that sanitizer. And I think you saw it one time before. So yeah, that's one of the things that you have to be really considerate of is germs is everywhere. Your thought on that, lady?
I mean, my thing is ever since this hit, like I have sanitizer in the car, we have sanitizer in the house. So if I go to the grocery store or if I have to go get gas, the first thing I do when I get in my car is sanitize my hands before I touch anything.
Right,
You
right.
know, I look at it from if I feel a little off, I don't go anywhere.
Mhm.
Like if I have a trip planned, I don't go. Um, it could just be allergies. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not willing to take a risk, but then there's other people out there that aren't so
Cautious,
as
huh?
you are,
That's the truth. That's the
which
truth.
leads into the next point, I think.
Avoiding crowds, big gatherings.
Lady
You know.
A doesn't freaking go anywhere other than the grocery store or unless she needs a haircut. I
Right.
have barely seen anyone in months. It's sad, it's depressing,
Yeah.
but I'm a single mom.
Right.
I got two kids to look out for. If I end up in the hospital on a ventilator, who's going to take care of them? Like, I
Right.
can't be stupid
I
with it.
will, but nah, go ahead.
No, you might have to. You might not want to, but you might have to. But I mean, it's like, come on, people. What are you freaking doing?
Right, right. Yeah, it's the bigger the crowd, the bigger the risk. That's one thing you have to
Hmm.
really be considerate of. I mean, that includes family members, family gatherings. Just because it's family doesn't mean it's okay. At COVID-19, it does not discriminate. It will attack kids. It will attack elders. There was reports that with the people that are at higher risk. But shoot, man, you had kids getting they didn't. I mean, doctors. As a matter of fact, a doctor. I read a few weeks ago, a doctor after getting the vaccine shot, he died from it. But I don't know if that was.
Right,
I don't know if that was an allergic reaction, but this COVID-19 is taking lives like nobody's business. So, you know,
right.
like Lady A said, it's just like it's. I know it's depressing, and I know it. You want to get out and shake your butt or go get a drink and all this, but at the same time, until this COVID-19 gets beyond us, we have to be careful of associating ourselves in large crowds, and it's a serious thing. And we when we do that around our family members, we think we're okay. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. I mean, we have to, do the same thing we would do in public as far as gathering. If you got more than, I have a rule. If I go to a family member house and I see more than 7 people, and that house is not that big, I'll be like, peace. I'll see y'all next time. You gotta be less than 7, because I know y'all ain't.
Well, and then another thing that I think about is like, since we've been doing the show, I've met more people, you know, so like I actually think about what everyone's doing.
Right.
So something that I do often is knowing that Classic is out in the public, in the club, promoting his stuff, which is what he's supposed to do. Like, I'm really praying for you because you've got small babies at home. Like, I don't want you to get anything that would take you away from your children. And I don't want you to take anything to your children that may take your children away from you.
Right.
Like, this comes from a mom's perspective, but yet knowing on the flip side, like, if you stop what you're doing, you're stopping who you are. And I know you don't want to do that.
Right.
So it's like so many things that you just start thinking about. Like
You have to be.
you have to support other people, but then you don't necessarily have to put yourself out there. Like, as much as I would love to go to the club and watch him do his thing on the stage and just be so proud and be out there, because I'm Lady A. But then on the flip side, I don't want nobody to get me sick
Right.
and me
Yeah.
come home and I'm the only one here with these two. So it's
Right.
like, how do you balance what you're willing and not willing to do? I think some people are really understanding, but I think when it comes to family,
Mm-hmm.
you probably piss your family off more than you
Preach.
piss anyone
Pre-
else off,
Preach.
because your family is like, oh, well, I'm your family. Oh, well, homie, I don't know where you were yesterday or where you were on football Sunday. You could
I
have
know
been
where you
around
were
all your
last night.
homies drinking and around somebody that had something, and
Right.
tomorrow you come down with symptoms, but you done been around with me and all my family. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You just got to be really careful because you never know who, they a lot of people just don't know they have it. A lot of people handle it better, well than others. But you just got to be careful when it comes to gatherings, and your body may not be as strong as that next person body that feel like don't even look like he has COVID-19 or she has COVID-19.
mm-hmm.
So we just got to be careful and avoiding those crowds. And I know family is one of those things we like, should I say, should I? Oh, they're going to be pissed. They're going to ban me from the family. Fuck that. Ban me from the family.
Well, and one thing was like, I think my allergies were flared up, right?
Hmm.
Because we know it's that time. Um, but then a week later, Sophia was like, Mom, I can't taste and smell.
Mm.
And I was like, oh shit, we going to get COVID tested. Like, I ain't
Right.
even playing around.
All right.
We went to CVS, did the drive-through, jabbed ourselves up in the nose. 3 days later, negative, negative. Okay, cool. I'm cool. We're good. Let's roll, homie. You can go back to school. Everything's fine. Like,
Right.
I felt fine. But when she said, man, everything tastes like butt, I was like, huh? She
Yeah.
was like, yeah, no, I can't taste nothing. Like, the taste of meat made her almost want to vomit. And I was like,
Woo.
oh no. And I know she don't like vegetables. So that's a meat eating girl. So if you can't eat meat, something's really going on. And I need to find
You
out what
know
the hell is
something.
going on.
You know something ain't right. Hey, as we take a little pause here for calls, remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Check us, follow us so you can get notified when we're going live. So hey, remember to do that. We appreciate everybody chiming in every week. People are starting to come in. They're starting to come in. So just remember to follow us. We appreciate the love you guys show us each and every week. Lady A, that last one, my last point, I was reading a lot on that, and I didn't realize this. Now I understand it more since I read a lot on it. Is the variance that has a domino effect, if I must say, a domino effect when it comes to a serious virus or a virus period. They break off, and I learned this. I felt like a doctor today, right? they break off. I say so. You have the COVID, right? And then you have once they get to a mutation, going to a mutation process, they start to break off, and that creates all these variants. That can probably lead to some. They say some can last, and some no, some die off, some last. So now they're studying, or they're still doing the research on that. Is that they're finding out that these variants are causing other issues when it comes to related to COVID-19. So they're saying, okay, you may not have COVID-19. Now you got the P1, the P2, the B1. I was like, they gave them all these names, as far as COVID-19, but they're still in.
Well, but then that's kind of like the flu. Remember
Mhm.
when originally the flu came out, there was only one type of flu.
Right,
Now there's like two types of flu. You could have A, B, whatever the hell it is.
right, right, right. And
So, I mean, anything.
yeah, and I say that to say that just because you think your family member doesn't have the COVID-19, they may have the P1, P2, or B1, those type of colds, and it may feel just like a cold, but it can be serious. They don't know yet. They're still doing. The scientists are still studying, but they're starting to develop. I think the countries they're seeing most in. They're starting to see it come in the U.S. As of the end of January, but um, one of the other countries that was on there, and I'm trying to remember the countries. I want to say Singapore was one of them. They're seeing more cases of that, where the variants are just being massive. And where was it? I think it's Africa was on there, um, and I think I can't remember, but anyway, they're starting to see these studies, see these variants come up. So variants come up. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Help me out, fat followers, if I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm not a doctor, I'm not English major, but hey, help me out. But anyway, yeah, they starting to see that. So we got to be really careful. Just because we think that this COVID-19, we may be seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know when this thing is going to end. We still wearing masks, so I don't know when this thing is going to end. But it could be that you may not catch that, but you may catch this. So we got to be really careful coming around our family and respect that this COVID stuff is serious, man. It is really serious, and I just don't see light at the end of the tunnel anytime soon. But we just got to understand that hey, just because one died off, it's like that. Remember that guy, that comedian, Robin Harris, when he said he did Baby's Kids, we don't die, we multiply. I thought about that day when I was reading about that. Was that shit? That damn COVID said we don't die, we just multiply.
Yeah, but because you may have the variants of it, doesn't mean that if you give it to someone else, they're not going to get the full blown version of it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? It depends on their body.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Is really the way that you look at it, because there's people that get the flu all the time. Your flu symptoms might be different than my flu symptoms.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying? Because it's how your body reacts to the virus that you got versus someone else.
right, right,
So
right.
that's what you got to think about. Like it's like if I was sick and I was scheduled to go to my mom's, like I wouldn't go to my mom's
Hmm.
because I wouldn't take the chance of having something and giving it to my 66-year-old mother that might not make it out of it.
Right, right.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. So we just got to be careful when it comes to that. One of the things that we're afraid of is talking to our family. We got to talk to our family like we would do the public. Hey, mask up.
Hmm.
Don't come in my house unless you understand that you have to do this, you got to do that in order to come in my house. You got to mask up. Put your mask on. I mean, we're afraid to tell our families that. Hey, don't be afraid to tell your families that. So I mean, you got to treat them just like we would treat the public. I wouldn't say get in a fist fight or anything, but hey, let them know that this thing is serious. It's really serious, so we need to take it serious. Um,
Right.
so when Veronica sent me this topic, I thought it was something we could do on a serious note. Even though most of our topics are serious, dealing with, whether we deal in relationship politics or whatever the case may be, most of our subjects are serious. But this here is serious, and it's taken a lot of lives, Lady A.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be really understanding how we need to conduct ourselves when we're out in public or whether we or at home with our families. We need to be really take this thing serious. I thought it was a hoax when it first came about, but after a while, it's like, nah, this thing, it's no joke. So it's no joke.
Well, but then too, on the flip side, we have to think about it's an important message to get out
Right.
because there are some people that are struggling with it in their family dynamic and feel like they can't speak out about it
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
because of their family dynamic.
right. That's
So it's like if I can shoot you a video to give you a little bit of knowledge, like I'm gonna shoot it to you.
mm-hmm.
Um,
What
but
send them some literature, just read up on this stuff. I was CDC has a lot of information. CDC has a lot of information, and that's what majority I got my information from is from the CDC website. So if you want to learn about more about COVID, learn about its root and its causes, what it can do to you, and what it can do to you, what you can do to prevent yourself. CDC has all that stuff on their website. They designate a whole, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Ryan, but whole block of COVID-19 information. It was just endless. I was like, holy crap, all this I gotta read.
okay, so let me ask you this, and I'm
Mhm.
asking the followers too. Anybody on chime on? What do you think about the vaccine? Do you want to get the vaccine? I think I'm a little nervous
I'm
because
nervous.
I'm a single mom
Right. I'm
and
nervous.
I don't know enough about it yet.
Right.
But then on the flip side, I'm a mom
Right. Right.
and I feel like if we get the vaccine, maybe we're protected
Right. Right.
some way, shape, or form. I just don't know enough about it yet. So
Right.
if any of you following us have had the vaccine, both doses, weeks in the making, let me know how you're doing because I'm really struggling with whether I should get it or not. And they just did it at the stadium like
Yeah, I saw that. They said I saw that on the
not
news.
long ago. And I was like,
Right.
so,
Yeah, they got it where you can drive up in Denton County, and I saw something
mm-hmm,
on the news now. But I'm nervous about it. I'm still trying. I want to get it because eventually it's going to probably be mandatory, like they do with these kids in school and we're getting this shot and all that. I don't know how serious they're going to take, what level they're going to take that, but I'm just not trusting it yet. It's medicine.
right.
I got my opinion on medicine. That can be another show, but it's just I'm not comfortable yet. And eventually, hey, when I get to a point where I feel comfortable, yeah, maybe I will take it. But right now, I'm just not. I'm not there. My mind is not there yet.
Right. No, I feel like I would be a test dummy
Right.
because I don't know. So
Right.
it's like, I mean, one of my cousins did it because she's a nurse.
Right.
Another one of my cousins did it because she's in healthcare also.
Right.
One cousin after the second dose, she kind of had like some scary symptoms to me, but she's fine. It was like one day. Um, and then there's like plenty of people that I see that have gotten it and have had nothing. So it's like, then again, I guess it's kind of like your body. How's your body going to react to it? Like my body's never acted weird to the flu shot. So I stand by the flu shot, get your flu shot.
Right.
But
Get your flu shot. Get
I
your flu
don't
shot.
know. I don't know what it's going to do to me. So I can't say
What is coming?
go out and get it because I mean, I don't know.
Well, let's get to some of these comments. They're starting to come in on it. Veronica said we have a very hard time not to think of exposure to our elders. So yeah, she's getting to what she's saying. What we're saying, we got to be considerate. As far as exposing it to our, we thinking the elders, is one of the they say one of the big
Higher
greater risk,
risk.
greater risk.
Right.
So we just got to be more careful what we when it comes to our elders and people that's a higher risk. Because I know some of you guys and some of our followers go around our grandparents and all that stuff because they need somebody to
Hmm.
check on your people, man. I say that, check on your people during this time. So Gloria says, "Nope, I'm not getting the vaccine. Nope." She said, "I don't trust it either. I think it'll be a test dummy too, Lady A." So
Man, Gloria, I tell you, that's how I feel. Like I would go up there and probably get the first shot and freak out as soon as they stuck it in my arm
right,
and just be like, okay, well, if I die tonight, kids, I love you. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
because there's no guarantee that tomorrow morning I'll wake up and be okay.
right,
Like,
right.
there's
No guarantee.
no proven facts
All right.
of it.
All right, Manya, she said Howard just said a doctor got the vaccine and then got it, or did the I misunderstand? My view, I trust nothing that MSM and certain owners of the patent of its profiting and push fear into others. Yeah, that was proven, Manya. Basically, what happened is a doctor, he didn't have the COVID-19, but when he got the shot, he died from the COVID-19. I mean, he died from the vaccination. I don't know. Maybe it was, like I said, maybe it was a allergic reaction to his body. I don't know. I don't know that much to be educated to tell people about it. But and then you can look it up, and it's all over Google. Look it up, and it's basically saying he took the vaccine. I don't know if it was the first or the second, but he took one of the vaccines and he died from the vaccine.
But
Uh,
then there's so many other things that have come out since the vaccine came out.
right, right,
Because when they did that, people were saying there were strands of HIV and all kind of stuff in the vaccine.
right.
So unless you really know what's about to go in your arm,
Yeah, really understand that. Really
you know what
understand
I'm
what they're
saying? Like I'm not playing with my
with
life.
that. Not at all. GB said, be careful with the children also. Yeah, we got children are dying too. So we got to be careful around, period, around our family members, around the public. We have to be careful. Anybody can die from this. Anybody can get it, and
Hmm.
anybody can get sick from it. So it doesn't discriminate. So we have to be really careful. Um, uh, Amanya says also, just like he said, it mutates. So even if you take this vaccine, you still have to take other vaccines for the, yeah, that's probably why they got it in one and
Yeah.
two doses. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. We got less than a minute, so let's go ahead and wrap it up and summarize this up. Hey, we want to thank everybody chiming in this week. We're trying to get to a format and a 30-minute format. And we have a guest. We may have to go a little bit over, but we're trying to get to a 30-minute format. So let's just summarize this up. I see your comments. I heard Lady A. I heard myself. We have to be considerate. If you are in public and you treat the public with concern, treat your family members the same way. And understand that line of respect when it comes to your family members. Show them the same respect you would show the public. So let's remember that. All right. So, like I was saying, sorry about that. We had an interruption, but like we were saying, just basically, just show that same amount of respect that you would show your family members, and understand that hey, this is a serious thing, and we need to be considerate of the public as well as especially our family members. So, thank you for tuning in this week. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for the comments. We saw them all. We love you. We appreciate you coming in. So remember to like, share, follow us each and every week. We thank you. We see you next week on MoFam Podcast. Let's talk. Peace.